it's a very big process to establish yourself as what would be a trauma-informed school. There's no checklist that you can pull out and just do that. But what we really focused on in the beginning was our teacher mental health and their trauma, what we bring into the building every day. I think that school counselors are really like a perfect mix of, the touchy-feely side of things, but also being very data-driven. And so whenever we looked at the data in my building, we saw that kids were they were coming to school and they weren't happy to be there. We had a high incidence of behavior things going on. And when we really flipped it on its head, what we saw was that once I established some different groups and we established some different things that way, we really went school-wide with some things. We did classroom lessons around what our brain does whenever we feel stressed. We established community circles within every classroom and with every teacher. And so all of those things together sort of created this trauma-informed school. In my building, most of our students actually came back to school. Because of that, we had a lot more escalated feelings, not just for our students, but again, for our staff, because we're not teacher robots or educator robots. And so I did a lot of mitigating on the teacher side of things. As far as the students go, I think we just noticed that the disparities that were already there had deepened. There was a lot of anger, there was a lot of sadness, and I think, of course, those are normal things whenever students are grieving. And so we left a lot of space for students to do that. Teachers don't have to dig into any student's trauma to know that trauma is there. It's a lens. And I would say number one thing is always relationships and caring for your own wellness. Your relationships with your students and your relationship with yourself is the most important thing that you can work on this year. So if nothing else happens for you trauma-informed wise, but you have community circles that are amazing, then you're doing great.